Oh my God. Oh my God. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Oh, it's giving me chills.
Been up there. He know what's up there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It was drawing me like it was spiritual.
I hear people up there talking.
There are.
Yeah.
There are. They're at the top. Oh my God.
You just walk up these stairs, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
What
gosh.
I'm going to do though, just before you guys start, was not the name that was given by the people who once occupied the city, but was given mainly because of a myth. One of the local villagers from the city of village of San Jose Socots was walking through the site, and he believed, or he thought, that he had seen a female who was fully dressed in white appearing out of one of the rooms of that building. And when he went back, that was in the late 1800s, he went back and he informed the local villagers. And because of the religious belief, the people thought that he had seen that of the Virgin Mary.
Oh
So
wow.
the word Shinantunij, translated in English, means maiden of the rock or stone lady.
Stone lady.
So it was not the name that was given by the people once occupied the city.
How do you say it one more time?
Shunantunij.
Surnan
Shunan.
Shunanternich.
These
Shunanternich
rock ladies.
So
means
maiden of the rock or
maiden of the rock or
a
stone lady.
Yeah. Now, the site of Shinantunij is believed to have been dated from about 1200 BC, and they had occupied this area up until about 1200 AD. But from 1200 BC, it was a minor, small little village, which probably would have been used mainly as a trading post. But what occurred at this site, the Mayans recycled the earlier phases of construction and reused those material to reconstruct these buildings that you're seeing here. All of these buildings are dated anywhere from about 600 AD up until about 1200 AD.
Wow.
Okay? Now within this region, we had two powerful cities. You had a city known as Karakol and a city known as Kalakmul. Karakol was ruled by a ruler known as Lord Khan. And Kalakmul also had a female who was known as Lady Bat's Egg. Lord Khan and Lady Bat's Egg form alliance and they birthed a son.
Pardon, what kind of names are those? Are those Belizean?
No, those are Mayans.
Mayan names.
Mayan kings
Okay.
and queens.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lady Bat's Egg birthed a son for Lord Khan, and he was known as Lord Khan II, who ruled over this entire region until the birth of a princess from the city of Dos Pias, was eventually sent to Naranjo around 682 AD. Naranjo, Shinantunij, and Okanal then formed alliance, and they defeated Karakol. When Karakol was defeated, they removed a plaque, and that plaque was then taken to Naranjo, where it was separated in three pieces. Now, 3 summers ago, for some unknown reason, they started to excavate into that building, and they uncovered a burial. And because of the burial tomb that had been found within that building, had erased over 100 years of data that had been collected. The reason why I said over 100 years, he was a British doctor, not an archaeologist, who was known as Thomas Gann, had came to the site in the late 1800s, he returned back in 1924 with explosive. And he used dynamite to do his famous excavation. In the 1930s, we had J.R. Thompson, who came and did the first map of the site. 1950s, we had Michael Stewart, who did some restoration work to the astronomical features located on the eastern section. In the 1990s, we had Richard Leventhal and Wendy Ashmore, who did work to the West Freeze and did some excavation here. And since then, we have had several other people who came, but because of a significant excavation that had been carried out at that area, and uncovered one of the, what we would have said, one of the puzzles, the unknown, the unanswered question. Now, it is estimated, looking into some books, it is estimated that this city had about 10,000 people. I tend to differ because of the size and the magnitude of this site, probably close to over 100,000 people. This is the epicenter of the mining site. Okay, the site extended both north, south, east, and west.
They would live inside of this.
That over that area is a residential area. This is a ceremonial center. These were important events would have been held. If you were not a member of the elite family, if you did not hold those high status, you would have not been allowed to enter this area. Well, this is one of the other things which, because if you look in some of the older books, they would say that there are no evidence of human sacrifice. I tend to differ because Lady Sixta was one of those warrior princesses, and she did not play by the rules. She waged war. War in the mine world were normally waged based on the planetary alignment. She did not play by the rules. Okay? So in this shrine here, in this area here, you had the kings, the queens, the princesses who would have come into these buildings, and based on important events would have actually did bloodletting rituals. In the case of the females, the tip of the finger, their nipples, their tongues were pierced. When they pierced their tongue, they would have had a rope or a string, moved it back and forth, and that blood would have then been collected in a pottery vessel. We'd have had different fragrances burning, such as copper incense and different fragrances, and they would take it to the top of these buildings because they perceived to the people that when they were on top of these buildings, they had the direct contact with the gods. And in order for you to come in contact with the gods, you had to go through the kings and the queens. They were the only one who had the contact with the gods.
Oh.
So it's all about controlling minds.
Yeah.
Similarly, in the case of the males, the tip of the finger, the foreskin of the genital area was what they used. So you know, that was not nice living in that area.
No, indeed, it was not nice.
Now, if you look at these buildings here, and based on the alignment, now today, well, we are moving now from what is called the summer solstice in North America. We are moving now into the winter solstice. But in 21st of September, somewhere around September, we're going to be having what is called the equinox, as the sun makes its transition from North America moving towards South America. So, system where they calculated and computed a tropical year to consist of 365.2422 days. They had 18 months of 20 days and a 19th month of 5 unlucky days.